The afternoon sun beat down on the pitch. Dust swirled. Vikram, barely 18, a panther in white flannels, stalked the crease. His eyes laser-focused on the bowler's hand. A flick of the wrist, the ball a blur, a satisfying crack as the willow met leather. The crowd erupted, cheers washing over the young man. Another six, another victory in sight. He was born for this, a prodigy whispered about in hushed tones, destined for greatness. His teammates, a mixture of admiration and envy in their gazes, clapped him on the back. But beneath the surface, a current of resentment simmered. Vikram, with his effortless talent, had eclipsed them all. He was the sun, they mere planets revolving in his orbit. And then there was Raj, his childhood friend, his shadow, his biggest rival. Raj, whose smile never quite reached his eyes these days. Vikram, oblivious to the undercurrents, raised his bat in acknowledgement, his face shining with the pure joy of the game. He was living his dream, unaware that it was about to turn into a nightmare. The final over of the match. Little did he know, it would be his last. The tension crackled in the air, thicker than the humid air. Fate, it seemed, had other plans.
But something was wrong. Vikram staggered, clutching his chest. His breath came in ragged gasps, his face contorted in pain. Confusion rippled through the stands. His teammates rushed to his side, their faces etched with concern. Raj, his eyes wide with alarm, knelt beside him. "Vikram, what's wrong?" he gasped, his voice trembling. But Vikram couldn't answer. His eyes rolled back, his body went limp, panic descended. Medics sprinted onto the field, their faces grim. The crowd watched in stunned silence as they frantically tried to revive him. But it was too late. Vikram, the boy wonder, the cricket prodigy, was gone, just like that, snatched away in the blink of an eye. The cheers of moments ago turned to horrified gasps, the air thick with shock and disbelief. Narrator, the final over. Vikram faced his nemesis, a fast bowler with a venomous glare. The first ball, a vicious bouncer. Vikram, quick as a flash, hooked it for six. The crowd went delirious.
The autopsy report sent shockwaves through the nation. Poison. Vikram had been poisoned. But how and why? The police launched an investigation.
The cricket team, their faces pale and drawn, were questioned one by one. The whispers started. Jealousy, rivalry, the pressure cooker of professional sports. The investigation focused on the team's water cooler. Had someone slipped poison into Vikram's drink? The police chemist worked tirelessly, analyzing samples, searching for clues. The evidence was circumstantial, whispers and rumors fueling the fire. The team, once a band of brothers, now eyed each other with suspicion. Trust had evaporated, replaced by a toxic brew of fear and doubt. The weight of suspicion fell heavily on Raj. His rivalry with Vikram was no secret. The police interrogated him relentlessly, their eyes boring into him. Raj, his face etched with grief and anger, proclaimed his innocence. He had loved Vikram like a brother, he cried. But was it a love laced with envy? The police weren't sure.
Days turned into weeks. The investigation dragged on, each revelation more shocking than the last.
A hidden camera in the locker room revealed a shocking truth. It wasn't Raj.
It was Amit, another teammate, a quiet, unassuming boy who had always blended into the background. The camera captured him, his face contorted with a chilling mix of envy and malice as he tampered with Vikram's water bottle. Amit confessed. He had always resented Vikram's talent, the way he effortlessly outshone everyone. The pressure, the constant comparisons had driven him to the edge.
He had wanted to prove himself, to show everyone that he was worthy. But his ambition had morphed into a deadly obsession.
He had poisoned Vikram, hoping to secure his own place in the team. The news of Amit's betrayal sent shockwaves through the team. They had misjudged him, just as they had misjudged Raj. The weight of their assumptions, the poison of suspicion, had blinded them to the truth. They had been so focused on the rivalry between Vikram and Raj that they had failed to see the quiet desperation simmering in Amit's eyes. In the aftermath, a pall of guilt and regret hung over the team. Vikram, the rising star, was gone. Amit, his murderer, faced a lifetime behind bars. And the rest of them, scarred by the tragedy, were left to pick up the pieces.
The world of cricket, once a source of joy and camaraderie, was now tainted with sorrow and betrayal. The tragedy served as a stark reminder of the fragility of trust, the dark side of ambition.
It showed that even in the heat of competition, even among those we consider friends, envy and resentment can fester, leading to unimaginable consequences. Vikram's story, a cautionary tale whispered on the wind, a reminder that sometimes the greatest battles are fought not on the field, but within the human heart. The final over had been bold, the game was over. But the scars of that fateful match, the echoes of what might have been, would linger forever in the hearts of those who had known and loved Vikram. The boy who had played cricket with the sun in his eyes, forever frozen in time.